Christina Hubbard for DreamBridge.
Hello, Christina.
Hi.
This is where you sleep?
Yes. This is where I sleep and dream. It's very important to have a good space for that.
I agree.
I became interested in dreams as a kid. And I remember vividly some dreams I still had when I was a kid. I still remember those. I started working with my dreams in middle school because we were having these group therapy sessions and all these kids would get together and there'd be crying and there'd be angst and all this stuff. But the woman who worked with us, I think one day I shared a dream in that group session and she was very interested in it. She also taught me to start paying attention to them and working with them. I had my first lucid dream in middle school. I remember this book about this girl who learned to astrally project herself. And the book kind of scared me. There was a danger of somebody else who was out there astrally projecting themselves, that they could get into her body and start living her life. So my dream was that I was at my middle school on the ground and I was trying to astrally project myself, and then I said, wait a second, this is a dream. I can do whatever I want in a dream. I can astrally, and I did. In my dream I astrally projected myself and floated around outside my body. It was weird. It was great though.
Absolutely.
And that's the first time I was like, whoa, I can work with my dreams. And I tape recorded myself, which is so funny, Angel. I just found a little micro cassette recorder. It's right over there where I'm talking on it. Do you want to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
It doesn't make any sense. But I would wake up and I'd be like, okay, I need to remember my dreams. So it would sound like this. And so the intention there was to write it down afterwards.
Right.
But most of the time I couldn't understand what I was saying in the middle of the night because I was half asleep. Like, I was on the street.
How cool would that be? I mean, to write it down, because you know, once a dream is had, like even if you had a dream when you were 4 that you remember, you could still bring it to a dream group and work on that.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. See, that's exactly what I would use DreamBridge for. But I never thought about working with a dream that I had 35 years ago or
Any time in the past, because we hold all of those ages we've ever been inside of us. So if something is unresolved from a dream you had when you're 16, you can bring it and then all of a sudden feel like there's this levity.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I can think of one specifically that I want to work on.
I'm reminded of a time when Vincent, your son, wanted to bring a dream to me, and it's really beautiful to see, you know, how interested he was and how hungry he was to learn, you know, well, what did it mean? Well, what do you think it meant? You know?
And I remember you were very careful working with him, but ever since then we've talked about it, and we talked about it recently, like in the last couple of weeks. He asked me about lucid dreaming because that's something I'm working on myself, and he asked me about dream interpretation and something else, and I said, this is really, if you want to learn how to do this, that's the kind of thing you would work with Angel on, you know, and that's just the kind of thing you would take to DreamBridge.
That's
right. You know, I get ideas that mostly come out in my writing, because my dreams are like stories. My best dreams are like stories, and so I've written stories from my dreams, but they're all weird. All my stories are.
And dreams tend to be weird.
And dreams are weird, and that's what I like about them. There's so many stories in a human being's head, potential stories. Your own life story. You're creating stories every day, but then you also have your imagination. I think what dreams do is they take those two things, all the stuff floating around in your head, and they combine it with imagination and experiences, and it gives you something. It either gives you a solution to a problem, which I've experienced a lot, or it gives you ideas and inspiration, or it flat out plays a movie for you. My writing style isn't necessarily screenwriting or script writing, but it could be. You know, that's another thing I could do with a place like DreamBridge.
That's right.
Is I could take my dreams there and say I really want to develop this, work with a group to develop it and work with it to turn it into a script, something I've never written before.
That would be a DreamBridge right there. And then if you filmed it and screened it, that would be another DreamBridge.
That would be really cool. And then I would film it with people from DreamBridge and screen it there,
Exactly.
you know, in the theater. I love that little theater.
Things have happened in that theater.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that theater has come again and again in my dream time.
And it's totally a dream world theater. It's not based in anything.
Right.
See, I love that. I have a house that I dreamed, and I don't know if I dreamed it more than once, but when I'm falling asleep, I go back to that house and I create stories in it. And so when I'm trying to create a story, I'm imagining this place that I've already seen in my dreams, which is neat. You know, I'm not just making a place up, or I did make it up, but it's cemented and permanent. I did an exercise where I was having these packing dreams and trying to get somewhere dreams, and like 3 nights in a row I fell asleep and told myself I will be aware that I'm dreaming. Just that simple, because I don't really have any other techniques.
Oh, I can teach you some.
I know. I've barely scratched the surface of what I can do to tap into my lucid dreaming. But I was impressed that after like only a few nights of putting intention to it, I was able to go into one of those packing traveling dreams. I had to go on a plane to fly to a wedding on the other side of the country, and I was so frustrated. I couldn't get to the airport. I couldn't get my stuff packed because I'm packing everything I've ever owned my entire life. So finally I just went, screw it. I can just fly there myself. And so I didn't have to worry about the airplane because I was flying. And I didn't have to worry about my belongings because it was a dream. And when I figured that out, I was like, wow. I just, instead of waking up frustrated, I woke up feeling accomplished and just more at peace. Every Sunday at DreamBridge, we have this group at noon, you know. Or we have it every day at noon.
Or I can go sign out a practice space to work on this thing that I'm developing for a show at DreamBridge or something.
Right, and that's the independent work. That's I can really see myself doing stuff like that. And going and researching on my own, but then also connecting with others when I'm there. But you know, some people are good with groups and some people are good on their own, but it's also good to get outside your own comfort zone too.
Yeah.
In some ways, I would think all art must come from a dream or come from the same place that dreams come from. People get together for all kinds of crazy reasons, you know? Yeah. They find all kinds of reasons to make groups. Yeah. I don't see why people don't help each other more to unlock the potential in their dreams. And I know that sounds like a cliche, like unlock your potential, but there really is tons of potential in your own brain. And at night, you're given this gift. I'm like, I forgot to brush my teeth the other night. I went to bed and I had a dream that this little girl was using my toothbrush. And I said, hey, you're using my toothbrush. And she goes, well, you're not using it. And I'm like, you're right. From the simplest things. There's problem solving in dreams. Luke is one of the funniest, most creative kids I've ever met. And I'm sure that creativity is connected to his dream work. And he has told me, and it stuck with me, that dream about the tree that he had. And that was such a neat story. I'd love to hear it again because I can't remember all the, but I remember him and you describing it to me, but I remember specifically him describing that.
Yeah, he wants to make a movie out of it.
Well, see, he should.
And he will at DreamBridge. And he'll make that movie.
Of course. And that's what DreamBridge can do. It can help you take your dreams to reality. It helps you bridge. So that's what I see. Like, if you have a dream that sticks with you in that way and you've worked with it, and dreams that I've had, dreams that Luke has had, anybody, maybe you should bring them out, you know? Maybe you just need to know that you have the potential to do that, or that you'll have people to support you, or people who are interested in it. And so I could totally, because Luke is so creative, I could totally see him making a film or an animation or whatever his mind comes up with. I'm really aware of not sharing every detail of a dream with somebody who's just politely listening.
Right.
But if I have a dream, I often have dreams that make me laugh out loud or make me laugh in my sleep or wake up laughing. And I have a sense of humor. And so, like, those are the dreams I love to share.
You sent me an email about a dream you had where I was flying around as an angel.
Saving children.
You remember that?
Yes. That one I still remember that. So my dream was that you, angel, were dressed as an angel and you were flying around and you were saving children. I'm not sure what you were saving them from, but you were swooping down and scooping them up and saving them and taking them to a safe place. And I just love that. I had to tell you about it as soon as I had it. Anybody who goes to a spa, you know, they go there to connect their spirit and their body and their mind, you know. And DreamBridge is that kind of place. If you go to a spa, you can go to DreamBridge. Anybody who is interested in inner work would be interested in exploring it deeper with a place like DreamBridge, because the possibilities are limitless. And there's nothing like this, you know? If somebody opened another spa, we'd be like, that's another spa, that's nice, maybe I'll go there. If Angel Morgan has the opportunity to open a place like DreamBridge anywhere in the world, this community will benefit from it, absolutely. And people will come from outside this community as well, because I would. I've never seen a place like this before, and it's something that I would love to know more about. DreamBridge, bring dreams alive!